Hello, my beautiful friends. So I have a timeless pick a card for you today, and some of you may notice that there are words on each of these little tags here. And the other day I was taking a shower, and as I often have in the shower, a light bulb went off, and luckily I didn't get electrocuted. I had an idea, and I thought, why don't I do pick a cards where Spirit brings through a topic? And I thought, like, what about like what's ahead? But then I kind of channel a certain topic that I feel like people need to hear. And there would also be like a variation of topics. So here we go. We're trying it out. And I'll definitely probably, especially if you guys do like this, I'm going to probably do certain things like this in the future. And, you know, in different formats, of course, as well. But we've got four groups to choose from, obviously. And in group number 1, we have career shifts. So for those of you that are feeling really drawn intuitively to hearing about career, that's your group. Group number 2, your soulmate's presence. Group number 3, new person coming into your life. And group number 4, somebody has their eye on you. So yeah, these are the channel topics I got for this particular one. You know, you can listen to all of them, a few of them, whichever ones you are feeling intuitively drawn to. That's the most important part of a pick a card, is that you yourself as a viewer are, you know, really connecting to your intuition. And so hopefully you will find a message for yourself here. But yeah, so hopefully let me know in the comments below, especially please, if you did like this kind of topic or format. And yeah, definitely if you have any ideas about, like, maybe it's like the next 30 days and then I would do something similar and see what to know, or next 2 weeks or whatever, you know, maybe a bit unexpected in a certain topic as well, whatever topics come through. But yeah, I've been wanting to do this, but I've been so busy with work, so I hadn't had a chance. But anyway, I'm excited you're here, and I want to wish you all a beautiful day wherever you are, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so you've chosen group number 1, and you've got here career shifts, okay? So that's the channeled message for you guys. This is a topic, I guess, a channel topic. That's a better way to put it. So we have got nurture. This is such a cozy looking card, isn't it? I feel like, well, what's ahead here is that I do feel as if in career, there is a nurturing element. Now, I kind of wonder if some of you might actually begin doing something either that's very close to your heart, or incorporating things that are more close to your heart. This also, for some of you, might be remote working as well. Maybe you're working more around the home, you know what I mean, in the home atmosphere. But the nurture card has this: caring, cozy, and home. Plant your seeds in nutrient-rich soil. Water them daily, offer plenty of warm sunlight and a suitable environment for your plants to grow. As your plants grow, they will overflow with lushness and beauty. If you want someone or something to thrive, you must nurture them with TLC. Foster your talents and cultivate your skills in order to excel and bring your endeavors to fruition. Tend to them with devoted and heartfelt intentions. Nurture your inner child and watch yourself become carefree, bright, and glowing. Shower yourself with kindness and love. Soak in your own self-care and enjoy the gift that you are. Reach for the sun, moon, and stars, and do for others. So yeah, definitely I feel like a lot of you are in this process of really planting and nurturing certain skills here as well. It's interesting because we have the 3 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, and the 6 of Pentacles. We also have Secret. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, I'm going to tell you. We have Compliment here as well as Mask. And we've got the Coffin in the Garden. Actually, I feel like for a lot of you, in terms of career, you will find that you really will catch someone's attention in a social situation, okay? And actually, if you feel like you've reached a dead end, or I don't know, maybe for some of you it's more of just feeling as if you're not making much progress, or you're not meeting the right people, or especially for those of you maybe in the area of like where you have to network a bit, I want to say that there's good opportunity. I do feel like for a lot of you, you will discover, and what's coming is actually discovering more about who you truly are and your natural gifts. I feel like a lot of you are very unaware of a specific gift that is really going to help you create this shift that's coming. And for some of you, that gift might even be something that you think you're a failure at, or that you don't even think that you're good at. But actually, you're a lot better than you think. And I feel like that's a big thing that a lot of you are going to be really recognizing soon. And Spirit brings through that message that in any heartache, especially if you are kind of nursing your wounds about something that's happened in your career, there's also, I think, an energy shifting forward that is going to bring opportunity. I do see someone giving you some sort of opportunity. This could be different depending on situations, but it could be a proposal, it could be a raise, it could be a financial boost, a bonus, it could be a collaboration or something along those lines. But I do feel like that there will be a helping hand that's going to come to you. And it's actually rather quick here with the 8 of Wands. To me, that's a very quick energy. And we have 8 here as well, by the way. So we have 2 8s and 2 6s. So I want to say, oh man, it might even be the next 6 to 8 days or weeks. But I would say it's really quick, actually, that you will find that this will happen. And I feel like for a lot of you as well, there's compliments coming your way. There's definitely, we have somebody shows your admiration from my personal deck. And I feel like in work, you're going to have more admiration. And specifically, it's somebody, I feel like it's actually somebody important, to be honest, like somebody in a higher position or somebody who is taking notice. But that nurture card, what was funny is I was going to say about that one is it says, some things are better dealt with the cleansing light of transparency and openness rather than in the darkness of secrecy. And I thought that was a very interesting one because of the mask and sort of the secret as well. I wonder if a lot of you are going to be putting yourself out there in some way, especially where you have been kind of hiding in your life. But I want to say, like, the main thing I see happening here definitely implies to me that there will be shifts in career very quick. And there will be an opportunity. This opportunity can come from afar or from a far off place. With the 8 of Wands, it could indicate travel or distance, or that it's just coming from, maybe far off. I don't know if some of you might get an offer to relocate. You know what I mean? Or again, maybe it's like working remotely for somewhere from far away. We have spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. And definitely, I could tell you that I see the spiritual development in regards to your career as well. It's like understanding who you really are. It's like you're unlocking something in terms of your career development. It's like you're going to learn skills that you didn't think you had. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, actually, you're so good at it. We also have a distant friend is thinking of you. Wow, see, I told you. There's some sort of contact coming from a distance. And I wonder if it could be like an opportunity from far away. We have get back to the basics as well. And we've got cup. You should accept valid criticism. And that's really interesting as well, is I think for some of you too, it's like if you do get some sort of feedback, try not to take it to heart. Try not to let it diminish your potentials. And that's where I kind of feel like for some of you, it's like your greatest talent is actually your wound that you've had. Maybe someone said something once and you just thought, oh, I'm no good at that. You know what I mean? Like when I was younger, oh my God, I was always told I was annoying, like I talk too much, or that I was really hyperactive. And it was just a constant in my life. And I always felt like my voice was annoying. That's kind of the impression I got from people. And so, it's so funny. I do YouTube now, but not only that, in my regular job, I also do a lot of voice work. And and it's just kind of weird that it developed. I actually was thinking about that recently. I'm like, man, I do a lot of voice work, a lot. And I'm like, but I always was really shy of my voice. And, it was because of the impression I gave people, when I was younger. But, and for you, that will be something unique, obviously. But I feel like that's the thing. And for those of you that are learning something new, that nurture card reminds us that we need to tend it, that we need to keep, watering it. We need to keep, don't let, feedback, like say you're writing a novel and, you have a proofreader and they look over it and they're like, well, this is kind of like, I think you could change it. It could be better. And of course, when we have a project that's close to our heart, English majors might understand, or writers. I was an English major myself, and I remember a poem I wrote, and it was like the professor just kind of shit all over it, and I felt kind of bad about it because I was like not into poetry that much anyway to write it, but it was like assigned, and I was just kind of like, oh, I'm not going to ever write a poem again. But no, that's not what you're going to do. So even if you get like a feedback that you're like, or you have in the past, it's like, no, you keep practicing. You know what I mean? Don't let someone's, thoughts diminish your potential, because I feel like that's the thing. And I think for a lot of you, though, this will be some kind of previous wounding. Like, I don't think it's something that's upcoming, per se. It's more of like you branching out and letting it blossom again. Oh, we have love. And this could be also connecting to something that feels very good to you. Wow, yes, totally. Yeah, if you feel like there's been an ending, don't worry. There will be something that will come even brighter in your life. Like if maybe you've lost a job, or maybe your career hasn't been what you wanted it to be, I do feel like there will be happiness here. Like with the heartache over what you no longer have, try not to focus on what you don't have from the past, or what you've lost, or what you don't, isn't currently yours, as an example. Knowing that you are headed towards, new endeavors, new horizons, and all that sort of thing as well. Okay. And one final message I'm going to get from down here. Let me just grab this. Okay, there we go. One final message. Career shifts. I am scared is a trigger statement. The true statement: when I am vulnerable, I am at my strongest. Reconnect with your feminine energy and pursue something that ignites your fire. Open the gates of your fortress and explore. And that's the thing too, is like when you're feeling scared, when you're feeling like you don't know where to go, just dig in and start nurturing what you really want, your real passion. And I think for a lot of you, you're gonna find that it takes you places in the near future, a lot quicker than you might think. Okay, a lot quicker. And then we have clarity. I am so confused is a trigger statement, but the true statement is I am present. Allow your mind to clear and let the noise of your thoughts fall away, and listen to your intuition. And especially for you overthinkers there, know that, you don't have to think it through so much. It'll just come. It's like, that's the serious thing, like with plants. And that's like reminds me of this nurture card and like watering the seed. It's like with plants, if you go out and check them every day, it's like, it's going to take forever. But when you go out and water, you don't have expectations, like suddenly, bam, before you know it, they're out. And that's the thing too, is I feel like if you are overthinking, try not to overthink as much as you possibly can. But I think there are wonderful, wonderful opportunities coming up in your life. And I really do feel like someone's really going to notice your talent, and you're really going to get some sort of admiration that's going to make you, I really feel like it's going to unlock a lot of confidence for you. Okay? And anyway, but that's what I'm seeing for those of you that chose this group. I really, really hope that this message was helpful for you. And let me know in the comments down below, do you like this like pick a topic type of reading? If so, I want to hear about it, because then I'll be more likely to make more of them in the future. But obviously it'd be a different topic each time, whatever spirit brings through. But I don't know, I just thought it might be an interesting way to like do a pick a card. So anyway, I hope you liked it. If you want a personal reading with me, you can go on my Etsy store, which is linked up in the description box. And for those that want to get back to the channel, you can do that by just leaving a comment, to be honest. But there's also the tip button up at the top. And then of course there's tips through Venmo or PayPal, and my wish list if you ever want to just, pop on there and get me something. It's always appreciated. And I usually will do a thank you in return if I can get a hold of you. So anyway, lots of love to you. Take care of yourself, and I will talk to you soon. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 2 here with your soulmate's presence, that's the topic that you've chosen, along with this beautiful rose. So let's see. what is going on there and what's ahead in terms of the soulmate's presence. We have celestial, definitely showing a very spiritual influence here. This is connected to spirit guides and that sort of thing. We also have light. We've got the devil, the 5 of cups, the Knight of Wands. Nice. We have victory, popularity, you're getting noticed. We have the Death card, and the Rider and the Mountain. Interesting. 121, 121, or 22. I wonder if some of you might be seeing that particular angel combination of numbers. Let's see here. We've also got, let's see, we've got 15 and 5. So 5s are kind of popular here as well. Okay, sorry. Interesting. I feel like a very specific message for at least one of you. I feel like some of you might have had a soulmate who passed away. And I just feel like saying that they're rooting for you. And that's the biggest message that will come through here for that particular, person. Or it might be a few of you, but it's kind of like someone who already has passed and perhaps you've mourned them very much. But I would say that they've been trying to send you messages, but you're not seeing them lately. So pay attention to that and kind of keep an open mind about what those messages might be. Anyway, okay, so for the rest of you though, because that's just kind of this first specific thing I wanted to kind of talk about right away. For others of you, I think a lot of you might feel as if there are strong blockages around a soulmate. I do want to say that for some of you, particularly, you may have had a person whom you thought was a soulmate, but perhaps it's been nothing but disappointment or blockages. And especially for those of you in that situation, I will say that I feel like somebody new will come through, actually, and this person is going to feel like a totally different person than the person that you thought was your soulmate, or that you thought was more important. It's not to say that they weren't a soulmate, but like not the type of soulmate that you settle down with or that you stay together forever. It's kind of like a soulmate that carries like perhaps a lesson, or you carried a lesson for them, or whatever, something like that. And I feel like for some of you, maybe that's a hard one for you, perhaps because you're very entwined with this person, or it feels like a failure or a disappointment. And I feel like even if that's in the past and you're alone for a while, or you're not like doing too much, I feel like Spirit's letting you know that before you know it, somebody new is coming in. And I actually want to say, especially for those of you that are hung up on one specific person, or you're not quite letting go, it's almost like Spirit's telling you you're blocking it. You're blocking that progress. Like there's somebody who wants to zoom in really quickly into your life, but it's like you energetically are not letting them in. Perhaps because you're still upset, or tending your wounds over a previous situation. Maybe you kind of get wrapped up in false hope, or you know what I mean? It could be because the devil can indicate something that's kind of chaining you, you know what I mean? And it's like, and I'm not saying that, and for those of you that have already been dealing with that and you've kind of let go and you've been in that healing phase, because light can indicate the healing phase, then I would say actually you're going to find that there are people coming in, like, or someone specific anyway, coming in like quite quickly. Let me see. What else comes through here? But I do feel like we've got too much concern with sexual matters. Solid foundation, success with effort. Yeah, protection from negative forces beyond your control. Yeah, your spirit guides are really watching out for you. Especially like if you feel like someone got like kind of blocked from your life, or it's like, man, it didn't develop. It's actually because I feel like spirit's protecting you from players, to be honest. From those that maybe his intentions are just to hook up or play around. And it's like spirit's like, no, I'm not about that for you. I really want you to have that passion, that great passion, but with the right person who's actually going to build that foundation. And I feel like, in particular, don't fall for false soulmate, like a false soulmate. And I'm not saying that they're not a soulmate, but I feel like by October, okay, so when I'm filming this is a timeless reading, by the way, okay? So whenever I get a timing, like a month or something in a reading, and I'm filming it, I'm going to look at the proximity. You know, we're in May currently, so, you know, we think about June, July, August, September, October. That's like 5 months. So less than 6 months, I feel like someone new is coming through. That's kind of also that assurance that a new soul, like a new soulmate, but I feel like one that's going to lead to more victory in your life. Like it's like those, it's going to be something that doesn't have blockages all over the place. If you're hitting a brick wall with somebody and you just can't turn away, it's like spirit's telling you that it's not a worthwhile investment at this time. I think that your investment should be kind of moving forward and not letting yourself be bound by any chains. Because I really feel like, especially for those of you that have a very physically satisfying addiction, like a physically satisfying relationship with somebody as an example, but it's like it doesn't go beyond that. Perhaps it's not like they won't actually make it committed, or they won't, you know, settle down as an example. It feels to me like you have a more passionate situation coming ahead, right? But it's like a positive, you know what I mean? Passion. It's one that is fruitful and would be victorious and bring that solid foundation that you're desiring. And it's like spirit's trying to protect you as much as possible from these negative forces, like perhaps like the ones who are sort of in this, like a bad spirit sort of like, and it's not to say that they're a bad person, but they might be a bit polluted with like nonsense, you know what I mean? That's not really helpful for them. And so therefore they're not able to grow with you or give you what you need at this time. It's like, but they've got to learn that on their own, you know what I mean? You're not going to be able to teach them. But anyway, if you feel like that's not the case, maybe it's not a specific person, but you've just felt really blocked in love with the devil. Like maybe you feel like you're punished, or like you're never going to find anyone. It's hopeless. It's useless. Like you'll never find someone. Absolutely stinking not. I actually feel like there's somebody coming in quite quickly. And I do feel like someone's going to have their eyes on you quite quickly, and it's actually a very important person. And I do feel like for some of you with the wedge, this could talk about there being a wedge between the two of you still. Like it might be that, for instance, you need to move on from whatever you're in, or they need to, or something like that. Like I do feel like the reason why they haven't come in yet is because there's things that need to be taken care of first. But I do feel like it's not that far away. Actually, it's like less than 6 months, I would say, for you with this connection with the soulmate. And their presence will come in quite quickly. And actually, their presence might actually come in at a time where you're feeling a bit disappointed about something. So it's not to say that you should be all happy and joyful and like everything at that time. I don't think so. Or at least that's not what I'm picking up, just to clarify. Anything here... Group number 2. Ooh. I am ashamed is a trigger statement. The true statement, I am cherished. There are connections to ancestral and childhood memories that are ready to be healed. Allow divine light to shine within. That's very interesting because I feel like definitely the spiritual influence too might be very ancestral, or, you know, or from that, it's like maybe someone in your family line. But also with the I am ashamed and I am cherished is if there's been a person who has made you feel ashamed, or maybe it's because you opened up to them and then they just like, you know, took a stomp on your feelings or didn't value you as much as, and sometimes in those moments, at least I've been there where I was like, you know, so earnest and thought I was being all like sincere and stuff like that. And then I find out that they're just a jackass, and that hurts. And then it's like you feel embarrassed, you know, and ashamed, and you're like, man, I'm such an idiot. And like you beat yourself up. No. And I feel like the soulmate that's coming in, it's like they're not going to do that. They're going to make you feel cherished. Okay. And then we have motivation. I don't know where to start. It's a trigger statement, and it says, true statement, I take action now. You will find clarity and the ability to create now. This is your time to make things happen. And I feel like if you have been, you know, needing that statement towards moving on from something that you know is just a bad cycle and it's just not going to improve, especially, you know what I mean? Like if you're tired of feeling like embarrassed or ashamed, or you know what I mean, in a situation, then this is definitely your cue to start moving forward towards letting this new person in. But that may not be for all of you. I mean, I don't want you guys to freak out if that's not. Obviously, with pick a cards, you know what I mean, you have to go with what your gut's feeling and what your intuition is. I can only just read the cards, and it's up to you to kind of choose which ones. But let's see some attributes here about this like soulmate presence. We have a free thinker. Oh, we've got a happy person. So this could be somebody who's really focused on happiness. What is all this hair? I don't understand. Nobody has this color of hair. And my dog doesn't, I don't know, maybe it's my dog's hair. I don't know. My dog doesn't even shed. Okay. Anyway, sorry, I got my bowl. We have average wealth. So they might be just average. Okay. We have a gift giver. We've got, I want this one. We've got tastes. You might have similar taste to this person. Sorry. Let's see here. We've got mysterious. I don't feel like you know your soulmate yet, this soulmate presence. We have a craftsman as well. So this might be somebody who's handy. Maybe they're good at like woodworking or making something, whether it's like, you know, building a fence or you know, creating pottery or whatever. It's like somebody who's crafty with their hands. Okay, so that's going to be a big clue for you in terms of the soulmate. Could be like a person who's a great painter, as an example. Even paints houses, or you know, restores furniture, or something like that. And then we have mysterious. So again, like I think this is more of a clue, like you don't know this person. We also have that gift giving, and that might be one thing that they'll actually make you something. By the way, we have tastes here, so it makes me think of you having similar tastes. We have average wealth, so maybe they won't be Rockefeller, but you know what I mean. They'll be just kind of but average. You know what I mean. And free thinker. And happy. So those are the attributes I think you can expect in that soulmate that's coming. And I wish you the very, very best. Please let me know what you thought of this format in the comments below. Did you like this pick a topic type of style? And would you like to see it in future videos? I thought, you know, I could definitely be really, you know, I guess creative with it, because like there are so many topics. That could be like the next 2 weeks. It could be the unexpected in a certain area, and just channeling these topics, you know, in whatever I'm feeling led to do for the particular reading I'm doing. So I thought it might be a fun change, and more versatile too, because some people are really seeking a certain message, and I thought it'd be a great way to get it out. But anyway, let me know what you think. If you want a personal reading with me, you can do that through my Etsy store, which is in the description box. And of course, if you want to get back to the channel, you can do that by commenting. Seriously, commenting and giving me a thumbs up means everything. But of course, you can also give me a tip at the top if you want, or you can go on my wish list and give me a tip that way. I usually try to do something nice in return if I can get a hold of you. Or, you know, there's my Venmo or PayPal as well. But anyway, my voice. I got tired. I said that too fast. Anyway, I'm wishing you all the best, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Hello, my friends. So if you chose group number 3, the channel topic for you was new person coming in your life. So somebody new coming into your life. And we got this cute little heart. So let's see, who is this person? What's the deal? What do you need to know about that? What's ahead with this? So we've got luminous, which is very interesting because this card centers around rebirth and sort of like new stages, but it does have that idea of rebirth. So I have to say, I do feel like for a lot of you, this will be some sort of soulmate. or somebody who was meant to be on your path. Like it's sort of like they're reappearing. Because obviously it's somebody new. So it's not somebody you've met before, right? This is a new person. And I think with this luminous, it's pointing towards a new person in this life, but your souls know each other. Okay, like there's some sort of past or something here. We've also got protect here as well. I kind of feel like for some of you, you might have been a family member with this person in a past life. We have gifts, you'll receive a gift, and we have mindset, your positivity increases. Your positivity increases. Wow, I cannot talk. We have stop and promise. Interesting. And we've got birds and gentlemen. Well, I think we can safely say that for most of you, this is a gentleman energy. This is actually a masculine energy coming through. And I feel like it might even stem from chatting or talking because of the birds. The birds kind of bring in like a chatty gentleman. And we have the Page of Swords as well. So they might be someone younger or, yeah, that it can indicate someone younger than you. But it doesn't have to be. Maybe if you're young as well, you know what I mean? But we see this sort of talking going on here. Now, I want to tell you, I actually don't know if this will be a romantic relationship. I feel as if, and I'll read a little bit more about this because I'm going to pull some more cards and stuff like that, but I'm not necessarily right off the bat picking up romance. I'm more of getting a very familial, kind of protective energy, one in which is going to help you get ahead in life, that is going to be kind of like a loyal friend or a loyal person. I feel like your souls had some sort of abrupt stop in the past. And like I said, this is not a past that you would remember. This is like something from, I don't know, another dimension or not in this lifetime. Some of you might even be hesitant to talk to this person at first. It's almost like maybe you don't assume. I almost want to say that you don't recognize this person at first as someone. You might even like kind of stay away from them or not really engage too much. But actually, they're going to be quite a gift in your life, is what I'm kind of getting here. We've got someone who's extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Yeah, so with the stop and the mule, it makes me feel as if you might be You might be resistant, sorry, to this connection. Or maybe they are in some way. But I feel like this will actually be a very good thing for you, to be honest. And I'm going to get one more. The other thing as well is that maybe this didn't come into fruition previously because there was something else going on to where, oh man, okay, interesting. Where you didn't, like maybe you guys couldn't actually have this relationship or something like that, or this connection. And it's not because of something, it's just like maybe lifestyle, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you know, you didn't go have the same job, or you know what I mean? Like I see work achievement and success, so I kind of feel as if somehow this person might be very helpful in your career or your money, you know, your wealth. I think this is actually going to be 50-50. I think for some of you, this is going to be a loyal friend, and for others of you, this is going to be like a romantic person, okay? So I guess I'm going to have to say 50-50 on that because unfortunately, I kind of see a little bit of each. And, you know, pick-a cards, they are, you know, you never know how many people are going to pick one pile. So, you know what I mean? Obviously, Spirit sometimes will bring in these sort of messages that are very like 50-50 because, you know, there's just two different groups watching with two different energies. But anyway, I feel here that regardless, this person, they're going to really shift your mindset towards a positive. I really feel like they're the type of person that will be there with you through thick and thin. And if you've really, especially you with the mule and the stop, if you have kind of put a halt to engaging in new connections, whether it's friendship or whatnot, maybe you've been burned and you're just like, I'm staying away from people for a while. It's like that person who eventually you start talking and then it just hits off, you know what I mean? And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But I actually I think in many ways, especially if you've been hurt in a previous relationship, whether it was a friendship, whether it was like a work situation, like maybe a work relationship, or any sort of situation like that, where it was disappointing, and maybe you felt like, oh, I'm not gonna put myself out there again like that because, man, I got my heart stomped on over this, and that person was such a jerk to me or whatever. It's like this person's not that person, and I feel like this is the type of thing that gradually opens up, and it's like it's not rushed. It's a very subtle friendship that grows, or relationship that grows. And again, like I think for some of you, definitely with romance, celebration, and party, there's certainly a romantic aspect to this for a lot of you. But then, like, I think for others of you, this is going to be more of a work, or it's going to somehow connect towards your work or your future endeavors. It's like I had one of my really good friends. We met in one place, and then years later down the line, because of her, I actually went back to school. And so, I went on to continue my education, and it was kind of her influence. And that wasn't something that initially happened. It was something that developed. So I want to say that, like, it's definitely the relationship where there can be developments that kind of transpire way beyond what you'll be able to see. You know what I mean? Like, we're talking 5 years down the road and, 3 years down the road, that sort of thing. It's like, it will have its layers, I guess you could say. And overall, I want to say that this is a very good influence from what I'm seeing. Like, it's something I think it's going to be a good thing. So keep yourself open. And I really feel like with birds and gentlemen, it's like somebody who wants to talk to you. So, and if you're like the type of person who's like, why are they talking to me? What's the deal? It's like, no, they are chatty. They want to talk to you. Or maybe at first it's like you chat to them a lot, and they're just kind of quiet. And then it's like, but it's actually like they will open up eventually. I'm actually going to take one more of this. Oof. We've got will, purpose, and empowered. So will is ginger, and it says, I am a victim, is a trigger statement. The true statement, I am powerful beyond measure. So you are strong and capable. With gratitude, optimism, and action, manifest the life you desire. And that's really interesting in terms of the victim, and like maybe feeling as if you don't want to open up to relationships, or you're a little bit scared. And then of course with purpose here we have, what is the point of it all, Melissa? True statement, I am special. And you have a unique place in this world with gifts and talents that only you can provide. Use your connection with the divine to share them. And I feel like in a way this person's really going to key you in on your purpose, and they'll recognize your purposes. And I feel like for so many of you, you kind of like wonder why this person's noticing you, or why they're talking to you, or maybe you want to talk to them but you're like, oh, they're going to think I'm an idiot or whatever, and you just like, it's not the case. Sorry, I turned up my light. It's got a little bit shady all of a sudden outside. Oops, let's see. There we go. I just have to move my blinds a little bit. There we go. And then we've got empowered here. I don't want to be here. True statement, I'm exactly where I need to be. And that's the thing. I feel like as if there's some sort of resistance here on this connection. It's like, I don't know if it's you or them. And maybe for, everyone it's going to be a little bit different, but it's almost like, I feel like, but my main message coming through that I'm really picking up strongly is almost like, it's like at first this person may not respond much to you, or it's like they're hard to get to know or something. And you might be like, why am I even trying to talk to them? And then it's like, oh, but no, there's actually, they'll open up, you know what I mean? And vice versa, for others of you, it's like where you're feeling like a little bit, worried or whatever. Not vice versa, I guess is not the right way to put it. But it's like, it feels like if you're afraid to be a victim to someone, like a new relationship, regardless of the kind of relationship, it's like this person's going to help you. It's not going to be like that. You won't be a victim to this. That's the thing. Let me see if I can get some attributes on this person and see if you can tell who they are. We've got introverted. Okay, so the person themselves might actually be quite introverted. We also have cocky. So this person could come off a little bit cocky, a little bit introverted. It's like maybe you have that vibe of like, oh, they think they're too good for me, or they seem kind of like this or that. We have dancer as well. And we've got party animal. And this one, sensitive. And I'm going to get one more. Let me just, looking through. I want that. What is it? Rich. Okay, they might have money. Maybe they have a high position, or they have money, or you assume they have money, or whatever. And it's like with party animal, cocky, and introverted, it's kind of interesting because it's almost like somebody who's introverted around you, as an example. Or maybe they have like that front, like some people are like that. They're actually like really loud, but actually they're quite introverted and sensitive, but they just sort of put on this like mask. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. Anyway, very interesting story coming through. I really do hope that this was helpful for you. If you like the format of what I did, like with a pick a topic, please let me know in the comments below, because it's really important for me to know, because I want to know if you guys think this is good, a type of format that you like. And of course, obviously, in every kind of reading I would do like this anyway, it would be a bit different. Like it might be totally different topics. It's just kind of whatever spirit brings through to me, as what I think needs to be, spoke about in a reading. And of course, we can have different contexts, like the unexpected, or a mystery to be revealed, or like maybe the next 2 weeks, or I don't know. There could be numerous ways in which to play this out, but I figured, if you guys like it, I'll probably do more of these. But anyway, I'd like to know. If you want to get a personal reading with me, you can do that by going on my Etsy store. It's in the description box, and you can click on there and find a way to get a reading with me. Also, by the way, there are also ways to get back to the channel, but the biggest way you can get back to the channel is leaving a comment or giving me a thumbs up. That's also helpful. And then if you would like to get back through monetary ways, there are ways to tip at the top. I also have PayPal and Venmo and stuff like that in my description box, as well as my wish list. Some of you will send me a gift from here and there, and that's always a nice thing to receive. And I always try to do something positive in return if I can get a hold of you. So that's always something too, if you want to. But otherwise, like I said, a comment means a lot. A thumbs up means a lot, and it's free. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Hello, my friends. If you've chosen group number 4, the last group, this is your reading. So we've got the topic. Somebody has their eye on you. So what's happening with that? We've also got the mushrooms. Let's see. Ooh, we've got prosperity. We've got focus. The Ace of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Empress. We've got confidence. Oops. We've got celebration, nostalgia, idea, the Tower, and the Snake. Who has their eye on you? This makes me feel as if it's something involved with work or career. It almost feels like a higher up or a superior of some kind. For some of you, this actually might be a woman with the Empress. This might be... Yeah, it makes me feel like a woman for a lot of you with the Empress. But if it's not, I actually feel like this might be somebody who has really taken notice of you. And maybe for some of you, there's been a good idea that you've shared, because we have the idea card up here. We have confidence here as well. It's almost like you said something and really caught their attention. We've got the Tower and the Snake. That could indicate that somebody seems as if they're all for themselves. It could be somebody who is obsessed with work, somebody who is kind of introverted, or maybe there's like a little bit of a fear there. It's almost like, gosh, I think for some of you at least, this might be somebody at work that you're like a little bit apprehensive of, or maybe you think that they might secretly be kind of venomous, or not venomous, but like a little bit, maybe you have an impression of them that isn't quite accurate, to be honest, on this person. They might actually be nicer than you think. And I want to say that somehow, and maybe this is something that will develop in the future, but you might strike a a chord in their heart or connect over something difficult. I feel like maybe for some of you have shared pain with this person, like maybe a similar situation happened in your lives where there's a shared pain. And I don't know if this person has an eye on you yet, right? Because we are talking still about future events. So this might be, something that's going to develop quite, soon. I'm not looking at far away. I'm looking at more like, we're talking like maximum 2 months is what I think. But yeah, it kind of feels as if there might be like something that they can trust in you as well. But it's like I feel like this person thinks that you have good ideas or that they're going to notice your idea. And this does feel like a bit like a higher up or somebody important. It's interesting with focus here and prosperity. This person may be very focused on work. They may put a lot of their energy and their focus into work. This could be somebody who concentrates on what's in front of them as well. And this can also be someone who's a bit of a self-motivator as well, with this particular energy. And of course with prosperity, clearly, obviously, we have, somebody who has high self-esteem with confidence, and that prosperity card, they both kind of indicate that. And we can also talk about somebody who attracts the things that they want as well, despite hardship. And in some ways, this person might be quite inspiring to you in some way. Oh, interesting. We have a fair man. So for some of you, this might actually be a masculine. And this can be a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Ooh, that's really interesting. Okay, for some of you, this might be a man. And Spirit's like, hey, wait, don't just say the Empress, okay? It could be a masculine for some of them. Okay, and we could have somebody that's a bit older as well, because we have gray or white hair possible. But it could be blonde hair or fair hair. It feels like they want to give you something or do something for you. And oof. For some, they might be coming to you for your thoughts or advice. We have muddled, unclear thinking. So I want to say that you might be able to help in a situation where your idea helps, like an unclear, something unclear. It's like you're able to clear up something for them. And it's like what they couldn't see or something. And it's like you're going to get noticed for it. And it's like they've got their eye. And some of you may have already said something or done something. And it's like now they're kind of keeping their eye on you because they see the potential here. Yeah, this is definitely, I feel like it's a newer presence in your life, to be honest. With stepping into a new experience. It might be someone you've recently met or you will meet soon. Maybe you haven't met them yet, but you will meet them. We also have you're on the road to success. This does feel very much tied up with a more of a career type of thing rather than anything else. I want to say that you're going to have something though to celebrate from this person. Like they're going to give you something, they're going to do something for you, they're going to like reach out, they're going to try to help you or do something like that. That's what they're kind of like trying to figure out. That's what I feel like. It's like some sort of encouraging kind of energy coming your way. I want to see what else comes through here. I'm actually going to use a totally different deck for this part. I want to use the Green Witch Oracle. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be able to like spark this person's imagination or give them a good idea. And it's like, it's a good thing in some way. And then we have Hope here, Daffodil, number 38. It says, daffodils indicate a reprieve for those who need it and a time to renew faith, not only in life, but in those around you. And so maybe in some way this person will renew your faith or wants to renew your faith. Daffodils will lift optimism and help boost endurance while encouraging you to keep going. This is also a period of personal growth and spiritual awakenings, and answers can be found within aspects of these. Listen to your inner voice, but do not become overwhelmed with negative self-talk. And I kind of feel in some way like you may think that this person, I think there's a chance because of how they present themselves, and like it feels almost like you might think that this person doesn't like you, or you're worried about them, or you think that they might. It's almost like if you have like a boss energy and they're kind of like distant and you think, oh, they just hate me, or they don't like me, or they're probably gonna get rid of me, or such thoughts of that nature. It's actually not true at all. and that's kind of the thing I'm getting here. It's like actually they would want good things for you, and they may even take you out of a rough spot or want to, on some level in the future. And that's kind of what I'm getting there. But yeah, this is, they've got an eye on you for sure. Oops, let's see. Dang it, of course that fell down. We have no one understands me. True statement. True statement. I ask for what I need. From a place of love, you need to stand up and speak your truth. What you wish for is what the universe wishes for you. So interesting. True statement. No one understands me. And then we've got that true statement. I ask for what I need. And that's the thing. It's like almost like somebody's noticing you and you think that this person doesn't understand you, or that maybe they don't care what you say, or it's almost like I'm not saying that you're going to currently or in the future that you're going to like think poorly of this person, but it's almost like you think that they're not on your level, or they're not even looking at you. Like, I feel like this is a very blindsiding type of thing. It's like, whoa, you know what I mean? But in a good way. Like, it's like you didn't even know that you impressed them or whatever. It's just sort of like out of the blue. And like suddenly they're like, you know what I mean? They've been watching you, you know what I mean? And it's like, maybe you thought they were just focused on themselves or something like that. But it's actually, no, they've been looking at what you were doing, how you were interacting, how you were doing things, type of thing. And then it's like, yeah, and I feel like this person just throws you off, and it's like, here, you are safe from harm. And that's the thing. It's like this person's actually going to look out for you. It's like they want to make you safe from harm. They want to help you. And it's like following your intuition versus your mind. It's like imagination clouds your judgment, follow your intuition. It's like, it feels to me like it's a type of thing where your mind may play tricks with logic, you know, or it's not even logic. It's probably bullshit, you know what I mean? It's just like where you're not seeing this person through an intuitive lens, you're seeing it through your fear or what you think or how you're defining the situation. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, they're my boss, they're rich, they must be a jerk. You know what I mean? Or, oh, they've got a degree and I don't, and they probably think I'm a dumbass, or, you know what I mean? Like, we have these sorts of thoughts, like where, and maybe they're not as extreme as I kind of vocalize them just now, but you know what I mean? It's like the type of thing where, no, you're totally off on this person. Like, I really think that they are noticing you in a very positive light, and they want to give you something or do something. It's like they're going to give you an opportunity, or they're going to do something for you, is what I get. And with heal here, to mend, to tend your wounds, to relieve pain, to attend to your wellness and health, it's like they want to, you know, help you go far. They may even try to heal a situation, for some of you, literally. But it's like, this is a person who has has compassion, is like a nice person, actually. And they care about other people, and they care about you in particular. So yeah, that's kind of the energy I'm getting. I think actually, like I said, this is going to be quite a positive thing. Let me just see something here. What will develop out of this situation for group number 4? What's going to develop, though, out of this person having an eye? We've got Lovers. Well, we can talk about partnership, collaboration. It doesn't have to be romantic, by the way. It could be, you know, like partnering up on something, or being choosing, as an example, you for something. Ooh, interesting. Lovers, bad health, and mature man. So, I feel here they'll try to help you. Maybe through their own problems. It's like they think you have the idea or the knowledge, and it's like they're going to come to you for advice on how to move forward. And it's like you would never think that they would notice your ideas or something like that. But anyway, wow. Very, very, very interesting reading. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this and it was interesting for you. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can do that through my Etsy store, which is in the description box. Otherwise, guys, I would love it. Do you like this kind of topic? If you can, leave me a comment and let me know. Do you like these like Spirit Picks a Topic type of readings? Would you like to see more of these? Let me know, because I think it's just like a more diverse way to let through different messages, and then let Spirit kind of decide the topic, and then whoever needs to hear what they want to, what they need to hear, you know, or whatever they're feeling drawn to hearing at the moment. It's like they can get a message for themselves. And maybe we could do it in different formats. Like, for instance, you know, someone has their eye on you. It could be like, right now, what do you need to know right now? And like maybe someone has their eye on you right now at this moment. This is more futuristic in how I phrased it, but I know it will develop sort of, and what's coming. But you know what I mean, it could definitely be done in different ways. But anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments below. And if you want to get back to the channel in any way, commenting is a huge way to do it, and it's free. Giving me a thumbs up as well is helpful. I'd love if you guys did that. Subscribe if you haven't already. And you can always get back to through my donate button up at the top. There's a tip button. And then, of course, there's my PayPal and Venmo if you want to do it that way. Oops, sorry, I knocked into the microphone. And then, of course, there's my wish list. And I always try to do something nice if someone gets something off my wish list. So, you know, if you feel drawn to doing it, that would be more than welcome. And like I said, I always try, especially if you leave a way to contact you, I'll try to get a hold of you. But anyway, I wish you the very, very best, guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.